I say to them, like, don't teach your mind, teach your tongue the words. Right?
That is true.
You are teaching your mind, that's why you're forgetting it. But when the day you are started teaching your tongue, so automatically the words will be yours. I prepare a checklist for myself every day.
Mhm.
So I try to like complete that. I'm very loyal towards that checklist, that whether it's four, whether it's five, whether it's six, you have to complete it, and then you are going to sleep. Yeah. And she gave me this confidence that you must teach, because I was preparing for something and I was not successful in that. So I was thinking it is a kind of the plan was a non-starter for me. But
So you are a music lover.
yeah, you can say the classical, the bhakti music. I love that more. I love like what Kabir said. I'm really intrigued what he wrote. Really, I felt like the truth. He uh, manifested something, and it was really great.
Yes, undoubtedly. So, hi Sachin, tell me about yourself. How are you doing? How has your day been so far?
Okay, hello, ma'am. Very good afternoon to you.
Good
Uh,
afternoon.
Let me first of all introduce myself to you, right? I am Sachin Chaurasia. I hail from central part of India, Madhya Pradesh, and I have been teaching for a good 5, 6 years. This December, I am completing my 6 years, right? And online, I have been doing for like one plus like 1.5 years till now. Offline, I used to do, then I turned to the online. And about my day, it's really full of fun and frolic, right? I enjoy when I get up early because I'm a kind of a nocturnal being who work at night, sleep in the day, like that. But it's turning well.
Okay, so you are not a morning person, it means, but you try to become a morning person, isn't it?
Mm,
Being a
No,
teacher, you
I
have
think
to be.
yeah, but I don't consider myself as not morning. It is depend on the work. It depends on the work. Like if I'm having the work at 6 a.m., I will be there at 6. If I'm not having the work, so I will complete my work till 4 a.m. Then I will sleep. Like that's how I work.
And this is the demand of age. For me, whether I
Yes.
have any work or not, I get up sharp at 5 in the morning. I cannot lie down on my bed after 5, whether I have any
Okay.
work or I don't have. Yes.
Okay.
It's
So
been
who give this? Who inculcated this process? I can say of getting up at 5.
actually, you can say from my childhood, when I was a student, my parents inculcated this into me, like getting up early. When you study something in the morning, that remains in your mind for a longer period of time. So you should get up in the morning. And my parents were also getting up early in the morning. They were totally morning people. So my mother, my father, both sharp at 4, and somewhere around 4:30, 4:45, they will start knocking us. Okay. So by 5, we all brothers and sisters will start with our work. Okay. So that was our culture since childhood. And after that, once I started working, so you can understand, I was a teacher in a public school. It was not a government school.
Okay.
So 7 o'clock means 5 minutes prior to 7, I have to be in the campus. And there was a
Exactly.
biometric system of attendance. So we cannot think of going late. So this have
Yeah.
been for past means 34 years. So,
Oh my goodness.
so it's a long time. And anything when we do it for a long period of time or repeatedly when we do, then it becomes a kind of habit. So you,
Yeah, yeah. It
yeah,
is it becomes our organic nature, like nature. We
yes,
don't have to push ourselves. It's very normal that you are getting at 5.
yes. I don't need
Yeah.
alarm. I never put
Yes.
alarm. If I have to get up before 5, then certainly I need. Otherwise,
Yes.
5 means my sleep tells me that now it's over. You get up, you leave your bed.
Yes, yes. Even I have a friend like sometimes we discuss and he said, "Yeah, today I get very late." So I asked him what late, what at what time? He was like 8 o'clock. I was laughing that bro, this is not the late. This is the very early time in the morning. Like because he get up at 6 or 6:30, like 5:30, like that. So I was like, you are having very good discipline in your life.
Yes, it's not easy because even I
Yes.
could not inculcate this in my children. When they were students, they were getting up early in the morning because they had to go to school. But now
Mm-hmm.
they do according to their own plan, their own choice.
Mm-hmm.
So they are also,
Mm-hmm.
as you said, that working till late night and getting up late in the morning. So this
Mm-hmm.
is these days culture, actually, you can say. And very
Yeah.
simply, once you are in IT sector, so MNCs, you need to work as long as your work is not over. It has nothing
Mm-hmm.
to do with time limitations. Yeah, you have to
Yes.
complete
Yes.
your course and then only you can go for
Yes.
bed, or then only
And
you can actually sleep properly.
yes, exactly. And it is slacked off because we are having the mobile phones, right? So if we are in the bed, like we are just scrolling thing, and we don't know when the sun in front of us in the morning, like that.
And that is not with me, especially not
Yes.
with my
Yes.
husband. I use
Yes.
mobile or laptop just for the sake of my channel, for the sake of my classes. I don't know who has uploaded what on Instagram, on YouTube, or so many people, they approach me, and when I ask them that, are you a YouTuber? They question me, ma'am, you don't know that I'm a YouTuber? I have 40,000 of
Okay.
subscribers.
Oh my God.
So
That
yeah,
is really,
at
I
times
can
it
say you must
happens.
be more respectable to them.
Actually, I don't get time. The problem is this. It's not
Yes.
that I don't wish to. And in my past, I never had time to scroll mobile and see all these things. But I don't think, on an average, if you calculate that 3 minutes also, my TV remains open. Maybe once on a blue moon Sunday or somewhere where I'm totally free. So sometimes musical program I watch. Otherwise, I don't know. So many people had told me in the past that Tarak Mehta Ka Ulta Chashma is very funny and you must watch. But I haven't watched
Yes.
even a single episode of it.
I think I can say that you are lacking the organic humor of Indian culture, because you must watch, like if you're having time, if you are in that province of leisure, so you must watch it anytime, right?
Yeah, the problem is this, that when I am free, I feel like doing something in my garden. I feel like talking to my children. I feel like having a conversation with my loved ones, those who have, because so
Yep.
many are there in queue. And I have given them
Yeah.
time like this. This time I can connect with you, but that time doesn't suit for them. So this is
Yep.
how I feel like making myself busy. And in the past also, I never had time actually. So this habit is not inculcated in me to watch TV for a long period of time.
Okay, but I'm very interested to know that, like, you are saying that your lack of time and you're very busy and disciplined as well. So how you manage to learn this language? Because I think Hindi would be your first language, and
Yeah.
you might have learned from somewhere, right? And when it started doing, like, at what time, at what gave you that instinct, which,
I got your question, and I would love to
yeah,
answer this question, and I have answered this question for many people. See, when I was a child, means I completed my 10th in 1983. You can calculate my age. Okay.
yep,
So those days, was not in fashion.
mm-hmm,
English was a subject. So I studied English as a subject, never as a
mm-hmm,
language. Okay. My parents never told me, my school teachers never told me that you should be fluent in speaking. They only had concern that वह खाता है कि इंग्लिश बना पाती है कि नहीं. She knows or
yeah,
not. Yes. वह नहीं खाता
yes,
है, she knows or not. क्या वह खाता है, she knows or not. This is how we have been taught. Okay. So never it was in my cuts to speak in English, and never somebody told me. But yes, I was very good at learning, reading, and writing. And English was my favorite subject too. And my father was very good at English, so he was all the time like behind grammar rules. Anytime he can ask if subject verb agreement rules, what is going to happen, what will you use here. So I was good at grammar, I can say, since my childhood. Once it came to speaking, that first time I felt in my first interview, that time And I applied in a convent school. So you know the culture of
Mhm.
convent, like nuns were
Yes.
principal and
Yes.
everything was being managed by nuns. So I
Yes.
faced the very first time to somebody as sister who was not even understanding Hindi. So he
Mhm.
started taking my interview. And I knew that I have applied in a convent school, so how I have to present myself. And as I told you, that grammar was very much in my mind. So from there, I started speaking. And when my interview really went very well, and I was even selected for that school, so that boosted my confidence that yes, I can speak. I never found any problem while talking to sister. And when I was appointed in that school, then you know that I could not speak a single word in the school campus. It was not allowed. So, under compulsion, I was forced to speak in English. And that's how my journey
Yeah.
started 34 years back. And from there, I learned whatever, wherever I am today.
Okay. Like
But
long journey.
intentionally, I never felt that I am working on this language. Just wherever I found problem, wherever, whatever sentence I felt that I'm not able to. But basically, I felt that whatever was there in my mind, I was very much able to frame a sentence structure. So that's how I practiced. And as you know, that practice makes a person perfect.
Yep.
So that's
Yep.
how somewhere I have achieved this level of fluency.
Yes. And I see English, we cannot learn just by sitting at home. I have seen this that you have to converse, you have to practice, give that ambience to yourself. And if you are in that environment for at least 2 months, 3 months, automatically you will start speaking,
That's true.
right?
That's true.
Yes. Yes. As we learn Hindi, as we learn any language, similar to goes with English, right?
Yeah, when it comes to speaking, we have to speak. Then only we
Yes.
can, achieve fluency.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
not
And
that somebody knows grammar rules and somebody has a very good collection of vocabulary, then that person can speak very well. Because while speaking, many words do not come to our mind even. Yeah, we have
exactly,
very
exactly.
fancy words, yeah, in our memory. But when
Yes.
we
Yes.
speak common words, general words, normal words, very simple words. Yeah. So intentionally or knowingly, when we have to add something, then we need to write somewhere that today I'm going to use this particular word in my conversation. Yeah.
Okay, like how it is really interesting to know from you, like you are having the 34, 35 years of experience, more than my age, and we do some different sort of tricks to learn vocab. Like I have been doing it for like 5, 6 years, and it worked for me, my process and all thing. So what worked for you in terms of vocabulary? Like have you sat and written things that okay, this is the words I'm going to learn today and use it, or it just goes like with the flow, like whenever you're meeting somebody, he's speaking in some good vocab, you're picking it from there and replicating it in your language.
Actually, it went like a daily routine, I can say. When I was teaching, I was preparing for the lesson plan. So, yes, before entering in the class, you know, you being teacher, that no matter how
Yes.
many years of experience one has, before entering in the class, we used to just turn the pages because every year syllabus changes, somewhere some rules changes. Yeah. So that's how in the process of teaching, whatever came on the way, I kept on learning, I kept on writing, I kept on learning those words actually, and then I tried to use them in my daily routine. And that's how I learned. And then,
Okay.
especially going through the newspaper, the words of newspaper I was not getting in my initial stage, I can say. So, whenever I was reading at least one or two paragraphs, I was getting two to three words which were really very difficult to know the exact meaning of that word. Although, by reading the whole sentence structure, I was getting the meaning, but what is the exact meaning of particular word that I used to write then? And then
Yes.
it was not the time of asking Google. I used to turn dictionary and then used to get the meaning and then write down. That's how we were doing actually.
Yes. And I think in those days it was really difficult to tease out, like because you cannot just write in the Google, right? You have to
Nothing was
yeah.
there. We never had
And
more.
I think till 2010 to 13, right? Till 2010 it was a similar thing.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Okay, okay. S That's great. That's great.
Okay, tell me, how do you? learn vocabulary, new vocabulary, idioms, phrases? How do you do? Because it would be beneficial for the other viewers. Because
Okay,
my
okay.
style is quite old and ancient. So
Yes,
viewers
yes,
would be benefited if you share your style of learning vocabulary or learning English.
yes.
How do you do?
Okay, like for vocabulary, I have discussed this with my learners, and the process I had in previous days, it worked for them. I share with them. I can share it here as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like first of all, reading or whether talking to somebody. When you're talking or when you're reading 1,000 words, you're going to have two, three words, four words, which anybody or you are not going to know the meaning. It is very obvious, right? So take that three, four words, write those three, four words in a page. Write first day, just write it the meaning. That's all. The second day, when you're writing the three, four words, revise the first day, and you're
Mm-hmm.
writing the second day. When you're writing the third day, revise first day, second day, and come to the third day. Like if you're doing this process for 10, 15 days, you'll know that you're having more than 50, 70 words. And believe me, when you are having 70 words, approx 30 words will be in your hand.
True.
Remaining 30, 40 words, you will say that what is the meaning of that, what is written there. But the other 30 words, it is very obvious that it will be in your head. So this is the ratio on which you are going to work, right? If you're doing this process for 365 days or like for 1 year, look how much word you are going to have. And if you are having only 50% of them, you are done. There is no need to worry about the language, about the vocabulary, right? So this is the simple process which I work with. It helped me and I share it with others,
Nice.
right? Yes. And
And
then when you're joining to Manju ma'am, you can use them simply. Yeah, so you're going to revise it, like you're going to, uh, that is the thing. I say to them, like, don't teach your mind, teach your tongue the words, right?
that is true.
You are teaching your mind, that's why you're forgetting it. But when the day you are started teaching your tongue, so automatically the words will be yours.
That is true.
Yeah, and to teach your tongue, you have to move it.
Yes, and that is the most difficult part. That at times it happens that certain words people don't no don't get to pronounce it correctly. Actually, yeah,
Yep.
sometimes
Yep.
because like Sanskrit and English, we need to
Mhm.
twist our tongue a lot.
Yes.
So
Yes. It is very obvious.
that comes with practice, and that is very
But
important.
I must appreciate the language you are having, because I know some of the people who did their schooling in 80s or 90s. They guys are really having some, they don't call yellow, they call yellow. I don't know why, because of their Hindi land or something. But your pronunciation is really immaculate. It is really great to hear you.
Thank you so much. I should have a neutral
Mhm.
accent actually. Yeah.
Exactly.
So somewhere it should be easy going, everybody should understand, and no one should find it awkward.
But I must say this thing, like it's okay that you're working on your pronunciation and all, but you should not be underconfident for the reason of your pronunciation.
Yes, I
Because
too feel the
like
same.
in my early days, I used to call pupil. I did not used to call say people, right? So when I used to call it, I felt like somebody corrected me, and I turned it that people is the right pronunciation. But I went to a round table. I on the YouTube, I saw a round table of Nobel laureates, and one of them was pronouncing pupil. And I was like, oh my God, like he is the person who is having the Nobel Prize and he's pronouncing pupil. And I was like thinking that this is my wrong pronunciation, how people would be assuming about me. But I find that it's okay. With time and practice, you will know what is the correct path. But for now, if you're doing the wrong thing, do it, do it. You will, with time and practice, you'll understand things.
Actually, two words are there. One is People and the other is Pupil. Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
people
yeah.
and pupil. Okay, so
Pupil, yes.
people and pupil. So maybe in what context the person spoke that we don't know, but
Yeah,
still, uh, we should not go behind pronunciation a lot.
a lot, a
Yes,
lot.
yes. If
Yeah.
possible, we should try to pronounce the words correctly, but one or two words here and there, if it's going, after all, it's second language for us, so it's okay.
Yep. Yep. That only thing is underconfident. Like you should
Yes,
not
yes,
think you are bad at it. It is
yeah,
you are underway in this
yes.
process,
Otherwise,
right?
we will never open our mouth. We'll keep on thinking that I'm not able to speak this word, that word.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me, how
Okay.
was your day today? And what all things did you do
Yeah.
since morning?
Uh, I get up early. I had a session with my learner, so I completed that, and I prepare a checklist for myself every day.
Mhm.
So I try to like complete that. I'm very loyal towards that checklist, that whether it's four, whether it's five, whether it's six, you have to complete it, and then you are going to sleep. I can sleep whole day, but you have to complete the checklist in the evening, or you can complete it in the afternoon and then sleep in the evening. That's pretty fine for me. It works. So I prepared that, and I was giving a kind of confidence to myself that today you have to work again.
Yes, this
And
is
yeah,
how.
I can mention one thing, songs. Like I can mention, like I start my day with songs. I get up, I don't do anything. I just on my speaker and start listening to the songs. Some Punjabi, some Hindi, sometime English as well.
So you are a music lover.
Yeah, you can say the classical, the bhakti music. I love that more. I love like what Kabir said. I'm really intrigued what he wrote. Really, I felt like the truth. He uh, manifested something, and it was really great.
Yes, undoubtedly. Those
Yes,
kind
yes,
of writings are actually not
yes,
found these days. Yes.
yes. And in those days, he was writing about the amorphous, and so beautifully intricated every word. Like it was it whatever he wrote, it really touches your heart and say that yeah, this is the truth, really.
Yes. They worked on actually truth and universal truth, you can say.
Yeah,
And
universal truth,
yes,
right word.
so each and every word had its deeper meaning. So when
Yep,
you listen to
exactly.
those writings, one Kabir ka doha or Rahim ka doha, if you read it minutely and try to get it, you cannot analyze in a whole day that what might be going on
What
in
he
his
said.
mind while writing this. Why he wrote
Yep.
this piece of writing. Okay, why not
Yes,
something else?
yes. Genuinely, genuinely.
Oh, yes. Okay, how do you find your teaching in this? Are you in a public school or in
No,
a...
no, no. I teach online. I give one-on-one conversation kind of practice, like
Okay,
sessions.
okay. So
Yeah,
you are online tutor, I can say. Yes.
yeah, I'm online.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
And it has been, you said, I think 4, 5 years, 6 years,
Yes, I,
six
yeah,
years.
6 years. Yes. I did it for like offline for around 3.5 years. And then I turned to online platforms and I worked there. But in that offline classes, like my mother is also a tutor. I can share with you if you are a tutor. She's
Okay.
also a tutor. She's also teaching for like last 20 years. She's a government tutor. Yeah. And she gave me this confidence that you must teach, because I was preparing for something and I was not successful in that. So I was thinking it is a kind of the plan was a non-starter for me, but she gave me the confidence that you must teach. And how I started teaching, I I taught for free. Like she used to say, you have to give the what term she said, Vidya Dan, like the you do it for free. The best, like I'm not having the money to for charity, but you are having the knowledge, so take it as a vidya dan. This is the best charity you are doing for the society. So that's how the process started. That's how I started teaching, and for around 1.5 year I taught for free. Like I used to go there and teach them.
Okay, that's lovely. It's
Yeah.
good.
Yes,
That gives
yes.
a kind of satisfaction actually. When you do something for
Yes,
free, so you do not
yes,
earn much, but you earn a kind of confidence and a
yes.
kind of self-motivation that yes, if I can do something for the society, for someone who is underprivileged, who is not able to
Mhm.
afford the fee. So it was
Yep.
really very awesome, a very nice conversation, Sachin. I don't know whether you have
Yes.
time or not, but time doesn't allow me now. It's my husband.
Okay, okay.
It's time for my husband to come home, and it's
Mhm.
lunchtime. So if you have something, a specific question to ask, or you want to share something, you can. And After that, we can wind up the session. And yes, one
Okay.
the last episode or last segment of my conversation is always one new word. Okay, and today I would wish already you have used so many new words in this entire conversation, but still at the end of the video, I would love if you can share one word. Otherwise, I will share one word for my viewers,
Okay.
because for past 2 months I have been doing this, that in every video at least one new word I share intentionally.
Let me give you a very simple word so that others can use it. Decipher.
Decipher.
Cipher. Decipher. Like to understand things. Like I deciphered this from there.
To understand. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Understand.
So
Yes.
this
It is
can
an
be used
advanced
as a synonym of understand. Yes.
understanding. Yes. Decipher.
This is nice word, lovely word, and thank you so much for joining
Yep.
me on.
Really, I enjoyed talking to you. Really honored. It was my pleasure to be here with you. And I really enjoyed talking to you. You are really positive. And the smile you're wearing, I hope you take it as a jewelry, jewelry, right?
Yes, certainly, certainly. I don't like jewelry, but yes, I feel that all the virtues and values which I have, that is jewelry for me, and I should
Yep.
really have it lifelong.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
For sure. I
Okay,
wish you well.
Sachin. So it was really awesome and very valuable session for my learners. They will certainly learn so many things. Okay, then.
Okay.
See you again. Bye bye.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Okay.
Pleasure is mine.